Yeah, we're here, guys. Yeah, I was planning to stream yesterday, but I was running on 4 hours of sleep. We had a pretty fun last evening with it was me, Carl, Pack, WIRTUAL, and Anna. And we were just hanging out, having a good time, going to the casino a little bit. And yeah, I only slept for 4 hours that last night because the flight that we have was at 9. We had to wake up or leave the hotel at like 6. And oh my god, Birmingham airport is a shithole. Jesus Christ. My god. We only had like, well, first of all, oh no, let's not start with the first story. Let's wait until people have arrived to the stream, okay, before we start yapatoning. Yeah. Let's wait a little bit because I will be repeating myself 500.
I don't want to play this map. This map is boiling my spaghetti.
I will be repeating myself 500 times, and yeah, it's better to wait a little bit until more people are here for the stories. But yeah, we're back. Yesterday, I mean, what I can say is yesterday I got home at around 1 p.m. Something like this, 1 p.m. I booted up my PC and I was like, there is no way I can stream right now. Absolutely zero chance I was gonna stream. So I shut off my PC. I went to bed. I fell asleep within 15 minutes and I woke up at 2 a.m. Yeah, I wanted to go for a small power nap, but I slept for like 9 hours because I was so exhausted. And I woke up at 2 a.m. And the funny thing is, I went in my Discord and Kem is like having a... Yeah, look at this. Look. At 2 a.m., I wake up. I just woke up. I got home and wanted to power nap, but I was full asleep. Nice reading travel stories. And then I'm reading all the stories. And then Kem says, yeah, I need to waste time until my rebooked 8 a.m. flight. Like, he's in mad shit with his whole travel home. And I was like, well, I just woke up, guys. I just woke up after. And then I stayed awake for like 2.5, 3 hours. And then I fell asleep again until 11. I think I was just so exhausted from minimal sleep and just the whole event. Man, I slept like a king. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I slept so good. I caught up all my sleep from the past 3 days. And well, one thing is for sure. I'm not sure if you can hear it.
Hello.
I'm not sure if you can hear it in my voice, but I am feeling a little bit sick. Yeah. The travel flu might be kicking in. The travel flu might be happening here. Well. Is it time to tell all the stories, guys? Is it story time right now? Or do we wait a little bit? That's the question. Because I did mention about some dinner stories that I have not said on stream yet. Hello, Spammiej. As a YouTube viewer, I feel left out of the DreamHack experience. David, I'm so sorry, but let me start from the start. So, this is gonna be the DreamHack recap by me. First of all, I was not supposed to be streaming at all, guys. I was not supposed to be streaming at all. The only reason I even booted up the stream was because Omar messaged me. Oh my god, I haven't played Trackmania in like 5 days. This is so weird. The only reason I was streaming in the first place is because Omar, aka Softy B, messaged me on Friday morning, so pretty much the day off, and he was like, yo, Tim, I don't see you in the application list of the co-streaming, but if maybe you forgot, and here's the link to whatever and all the sponsor thingies and everything. And I wrote him, I was like, no, I'm I'm not supposed to stream. I'm here, you know, for Carl, as my coaching role, and that is it. Like, I have no intention on streaming the event. And then he was like, yeah, but you know, you can stream from here because we have a setup. And I was like, well, I mean, you know, if you say so, I will set up the stream and do my streaming while also doing the things for Carl. So I arrive at the venue, and there's a streaming setup, like right next to the stage. So my first day of streaming on Friday was from the setup that WIRTUAL was gonna go on, because WIRTUAL arrived on Friday evening, pretty much after the whole event was done. So I was like, okay, well, I just stream on Friday and we good, right? I'll just do a little bit of streaming on the Friday, and then on Saturday and Sunday I'll just not stream. And then for the Saturday, Omar was like, yeah, we have another set. We can fix the setup because we have, you know, there's 32 PCs, and not every PC is gonna be occupied. So we can just put you on one of in the player area. We can just put you right there on one of those setups, right? So I was like, okay, well, then I just streamed the Saturday and Sunday as well, and eventually I was streaming the whole event. And yeah, obviously main focus on Carl's matches, but yeah, it turned out to be pretty much just a regular spammy stream, which was kind of nice. So after all, I was able to stream the entire event. No intention of doing it, and well, I'm glad I did, because I think everyone enjoyed the, you know, little small interactions. Even though the, you know, the commentary and everything wasn't as great, but it was just a laid back watch party, I would say. And yeah, it was good vibes. Good vibes only. So that was the first thing that happened. And yeah, on the second day, I was seated next to Epos. So if you rewatch the second day broadcast, you can clearly see me not trying to disturb the players next to me, because, well, if there's one thing I don't want to cause is player getting distracted by me, who is, to be honest, not supposed to be streaming at all. So yeah, I had to be a little bit, you know, a little bit quiet and don't be as energetic as I normally should be. But I don't think Epos had any problems with it, as he is one of the players that qualified. So, you know, I didn't cause any trouble. But yeah, it was fun. Did the streams. We did 3 EWC qualifiers through Spammiej of the Day, which was crazy work. Was pretty fun, actually. And yeah, from the streaming perspective, I think everything was nice. I casted, well, all of Carl Jr.'s matches, and then I was mainly following Pack's games, who decided to play literally every single possible round for whatever reason. So he got a lot of screen time. But yeah, overall, the whole like experience with the staff and everyone was great. Nothing more to add to that front, to be fair. Like the whole venue area felt like a tier 1 tournament. It was really professional. It was very well organized. Yeah, it felt really good to be at this event. Besides that, there's not much to complain about, other than, I mean, maybe Cam. Yeah, maybe Cam was a little bit like, yeah, he was a bit too, he had a bit too much power, I think. Yeah, Cam had a little bit too much power. No, I'm kidding. No, everyone was really nice. Everyone was really nice, very professional. I'm glad I was able to stream. Everything went really smooth. I mean, the only problematic player at the event was Pack, and yeah, he had like problems with his monitor, problems with his SSD, problems with his chair, problems with his armchair, problems with his seat, problems with his controller, problems with his cable, problems. Dude, yeah, like you name a problem, and Pack had the problem. Somehow he was like the, I don't know, the unlucky player at the event, whereas nobody else had issues. But yeah, luckily everything turned out pretty good, and we had only like what, 30 minutes to 45 minutes of a delay on day 2, so it wasn't too bad. But yeah, overall I think the whole thing was amazing. I met, well, I was pretty much locked into the stream all day, so I didn't really talk with all the players, but I talked to a few, said hello to a few. Probably my favorite thing was meeting Odie and Rams from Dignitas, and we had an amazing conversation. That's when Carl took over the stream as well. It was the first time in like 11 years that I saw Odie, so it was really nice catching up, and we had a nice chat. And yeah, I mean, it was really cool. Met some viewers. NX was one of them. There was only one person who claimed they were NX, so, well, NX is, well, I believe I met the real NX. I don't know if it was a fake NX, but I think it was a real NX that I met. So that was cool. Took some more pictures, signed some of the badges. Also met Trudy. Yeah, Trudy was there. Was really kind. She gave me a bag of candy, some licorice, which I ate throughout the entire Saturday. And yeah, like it was just all good vibes. I think we only met one kind of XDD person at the event when we were taking our badges. It was me, Carl, Pack, and Falcon's manager walking around, and then a random dude with his girlfriend came up to us, and he was like, "Oh yeah, I hope Vitality is gonna destroy Falcons," and then he just walked away, and we were like, "What the fuck is happening here?" It's whatever. And then not even 5 minutes later, another person came to us, and they were like, "Oh my god, I hope you, Carl, is gonna destroy the whole competition." So, you know, it balanced out. Like within 5 minutes, we had like a whole balancing act. So one like negative comment balanced out by a positive comment. So it was like that was like the only interaction we had. That was it was quite interesting, and we took photos with some people. Overall it was good. It was a positive comment for Pack. Yeah, but I'm talking about my experience, okay? I'm talking about my experience. So it was a positive comment for Pack, but the second one wasn't positive for Pack, so it was also a balancing act. Anyway, that happened. Yeah, besides that, not much happened at the event. No weird interactions, no nothing. Everyone was vibing. Yeah, I think DreamHack was a great event if you were inside the venue. Probably everything outside of the venue, Birmingham, from what I saw, yeah, I would say like maybe a 3 out of 10 place to be. I'd much rather be at like another city, like maybe London or something. Would be, you know, would be kind of nicer. But yeah, it is, you know, it is what it is. We had some great dinners. And now we're gonna get into the nitty-gritty of the stories, because I told you guys some things happened at the dinners that we had, and I'm pretty sure we're gonna start off with the first story. Yep. I have edged you guys for 3 days now. I've edged you guys 3 days for the first story. So the first story goes like this. So we will go to a smokehouse, which is serving well, steak, whatever, like just meat in general. Very nice place, very busy. Somehow there were like 10 birthday parties at this place the evening. So every like 10 minutes there was a happy birthday singing, which was kind of funny. However, we were with a group. Well, it was me, Pac, Carl, our manager, Wizzy, and Neil. Okay, Wizzy and Neil. And so we were ordering our meals. The thing is, though, the menu was on like it was like kind of a newspaper menu. That was like how the menu looked. So it was pretty large, right? It was pretty big. So everyone is ordering, and our server, she was pretty cute, and she was laughing a lot, smiling. So Wizzy is ordering his food. Okay, Wizzy is ordering his food. And he doesn't really know what he wants. I think he knew what he wanted, but he didn't want to pronounce it. I don't know what happened. Anyway, he takes the newspaper, right? He's like this. I would like this one. And while he is doing it, he is turning so red. Like, he gets so nervous, and the waitress is just laughing and smiling at our whole group. I'm laughing, Carl is laughing, Neil is laughing, everyone is laughing at the table, and Wizzy is just... He's not having it. He's like... This one? Dude. And we were laughing. we were laughing like crazy after he ordered, and he was so red. He was so nervous. I don't know what happened. Like, I legit have no clue what happened. I mean, Neil can confirm. And we were crying laughing. Oh my god. And yeah, the newspaper, it was just such a large menu, and he was pointing at something, but we couldn't make out, like, she couldn't make out what he was pointing at. Oh my god. And it went, I felt like it went on for like 2 minutes, but it must have been like 15 seconds or something. But it felt like such a long time because because he just didn't know what he was pointing at. And he kept on looking at the menu as well, trying to point. Oh my god, it was so freaking funny. But the food was really good. Yeah, the food was amazing. I had like what did I have? I had a brisket. I had brisket. I had some fries. I had some oh my god, we had like a dessert as well. I had a chocolate fudge cake that was like at least 2,000 calories. It was so much. I couldn't finish it actually. Yeah, it was a nice, delicious first meal with the whole squad, and that was the first funny thing that happened. Then we had the next dinner, the leftover fries. Wait, was the leftover fries on the first dinner or the second one? No, that was on the second one. Yeah, the leftover fries were on the second one. Oh, now I remember the second one. Yeah, now I remember the second one. So the second dinner that we had was at a place called Miller and Carter. Yeah, Miller and Carter. So, we were a group of 7 or 8. Bren, WIRTUAL. Yeah, we were 7. We were a group of 7, so it's really hard to find a table for 7 if you don't book in advance, right? Like it's pretty tough to find a spot. Eventually, we did get an available spot, and I mean, we ordered our food, and then Carl, Bren, and Neil. No, was it Neil? No, it was Carl, Bren. Yeah, Carl, Bren, and Neil decide to order a mocktail. They decide to, because, like, you know, let's not drink alcohol, right? Because we have to play, I mean, they have to play a tournament pretty much tomorrow, and, you know, I was like, yeah, maybe don't drink alcohol before match day. So Bren is ordering a mocktail, and I don't even know what they ordered, but for some reason, Bren did not understand what the waitress was asking, so he replied to a question, and he said, no, we don't want that. So the drink arrives, and I don't even know what's in it, but they're like, at least 80% of the drink is missing from what I see, because it was like 20 centiliters or milliliters of a drink with ice cubes and a lemon slice. And I don't even know what was missing in the mocktail, but it was so funny because there was also no price on the menu for this. So they just ordered a drink that was like 70% missing. I don't remember what the name was. Maybe Neil remembers what the name was, but at least 70% of the drink was missing, and they were joking. Oh my god, this might just be a 40 € drink. You don't remember? It was missing tonic. Okay, so tonic was missing from the drink, and they were sipping on it like the drink was like. They were sipping the drink like it cost like $100 because they only got like one sip of they only got like one sip, and then I saw Neil take a sip of it, and he just chugged it in one go, and he was like, well, yeah, that's it, guys, that's it, nice drink. Oh my god, it was so funny, it was so funny. And Bren was like, yeah, I don't know what they asked, because Bren couldn't understand the accent, and he just said, and he just replied to a question with yes or no, and she ran with it. Instead of Bren asking, could you repeat the question? He just said yes or no to a question, and they didn't give the rest of the drink. Yeah, that was so funny. God, at every dinner something happened, by the way, because then on the third dinner, God, the third dinner was a disaster, let me tell you that. So the third dinner was quite tricky. So after the day had ended, I walk up to Bren. I say, yo, do you wanna come with the same group to dinner? And he's like, yeah, okay, that's fine. Then I hear from Neil that no, I went to WIRTUAL. I say, yo, WIRTUAL, do you wanna join the dinner again like last night? He was like, yeah, sure. So I'm like, okay, we need to find a dinner table or a dinner spot that has availability for 8 people, which is very difficult. Let me tell you, very, very difficult. So I'm looking. Impossible to find anything. And then I get a message from Bren. He's like, "Yo, I'm not joining you guys. I'm gonna go dinner with the French squad." I was like, "Okay, well, that's 7 people now. That is a little bit easier. Instead of 8, we have 7. That might be a little bit easier." Then 10 minutes later, I get a message from Neil, and he says, "No, WIRTUAL is not joining us. He's going hot pot. He's gonna go have hot pot with friends." And I was like, okay, well, then we have 6. We find a table or a place for 6 people, an Italian restaurant, really nice restaurant by the way, very delicious food. So we booked the place for a time, and then I get a message like maybe 40 minutes later from WIRTUAL, and he's like, do you think there is space for one more person at the table? And I was like, well, I mean, we booked for 6. I mean, I can try, but it's probably, you know, it's gonna be difficult, but I can try. So I sent him the address of the restaurant that we are going to, and we get to the restaurant, and there's absolutely no way we're gonna fit a 7th person at the table, by the way. It was jam-packed. It was absolutely full to the brim. And I had to tell WIRTUAL, I had to give him the message that it was full. Oh my god, I felt so bad because he already was in an Uber halfway through with his Uber ride to the restaurant, and I was like, well, this is gonna be a bad message.
45 SPM love.
And I hate that feeling of sending someone a message of, yo, I'm sorry, but you know, there's no way to fit a 7th person at the table. We even asked the waiter, and he said, no, we cannot do it because, you know, it's gonna be too close. You know, it's gonna be too close to the other tables. Yeah, it's impossible. So I had to send WIRTUAL a message that, you know, it was impossible. He was okay with it. Shit happens, you know, like, it's hard, man. If you are the person trying to figure out where to eat and talking to a lot of people, then some decline, some don't decline. Then a minute later, somebody joins again. Like, it's hard, man. Being the person who is in charge of, like, trying to figure out what the best thing is to do. And that wasn't even the first time that I had to be the doomsday person to WIRTUAL, by the way. Yeah, guess what happened the next evening? Same thing. Same thing, but a different type of vibe. Different type of vibe, guys. The last dinner, we went to Nando's. You know, if you're in the UK, you gotta have a cheeky Nando's. You gotta get it in at least once. So we once again have like a 6-man group. I say WIRTUAL, yo, we're going to Nando's. I mean, he still had to, like, you know, take down his whole setup. It was gonna take some time, so I said, yeah, we're gonna go to Nando's. You can just drop by. Guess what happens at this Nando's? We arrive, and the person at the door tells us, we are out of boneless chicken, we are out of vegetables, we are out of this, we are out of that, we are out of this, we are out of that, we don't have this either. This is in minimum quantities. This is also not in store anymore. Bloody this. A whole list of things that were not in store anymore because they I mean, I guess the whole weekend they had like a lot of people come by, and it was like it was just emptied. So we were like, okay, are there still available wraps or burgers or anything like that? Okay, so that was still available, but in very small quantities. Very small quantities. So we got a table for 6. WIRTUAL arrives with Anna this time. So it was two people. They come to the Nando's. They come to our table, and he's like, yo, Tim, they ran out of food. And I'm like, no way. No way, dude. No way. This is now the second time I have cucked WIRTUAL from a dinner. I cannot believe it. I cannot believe it. This is now two evenings in a row where this is now 2 evenings in a row where I have been the guy that ruined WIRTUAL's dinner plans. But, you know, this time around, the food was just, it was gone. There was no more food in the Nando's. Yeah, there was no more food in the Nando's. So what can I do? And yeah, they went somewhere else. We finished our meal. And then we met up later that evening. We went to a bar. We had some drinks. We went to the casino. We played some roulette. Did we win money? No. All the money that was spent was lost. Don't gamble, guys. Yeah, I would recommend not to gamble. The chances of you winning are quite small. But it was a really good last evening. However, it did cut my sleep that evening to only 4 hours. Which was, yeah. Which was kind of crazy. But yeah, those were all, pretty much all the evenings. Yeah. We were, you know, always with a small group of people hanging out together. It was good. We had some good, you know, good chats. And overall, I think I'd say the event.
Bearish Casino SPM Gamble.
I'd say the event was like a solid 8.5 out of 10. Yeah, I'd say a solid 8.5 out of 10. I think the games, the level was really good. The area of the where the Trackmania event was being played was also very solid. I think the only annoying thing was the Street Fighter announcer next to the Trackmania booth, who was pretty much like screaming in the microphone every single player that had to go to their gaming station, which was very, very loud. Besides that, I think it was a very, very solid event with not many problems at all. So hopefully the viewing experience from everyone was also good. I know there were a lot of streams, like a lot of co-streams, and I think, you know, it added to the experience. So yeah, that was pretty sick. TJ Angel, thank you for the resub. Sharkmano, Busty as well. Thank you. What else can I say about the event? Not much, actually, besides the trip home was an absolute shit show. We had some flight problems.
Trudy gifted Tatsuya _ subscription. Trudy gifted 3 months of tier 1 to Tatsuya _. They've gifted 318 months in the channel.
Thank you so much. We had, you know, almost 2 hours from checking in to getting to the gate at Birmingham Airport. It was so busy that we arrived pretty much 10 minutes before boarding started. And I've actually never experienced such a long wait time. Such a long wait time at an airport security ever. Like, it was ridiculous. It was absolutely crazy. You think there was a trophy announcement missing at the event? I think the only reason there wasn't a trophy because it was a qualifier tournament for EWC. I don't know if it's normal to not have trophies for qualifiers, but I think that's the reason why there wasn't a trophy. I think if it was a standalone tournament, it probably would have had a trophy. But this time around, it was just the qualification spot to EWC that was the objective, kinda. But yeah, all the top 8 players did get like one of those plaques with their trophy or their like EWC button that will be used at EWC whenever they go out. You know, the triangle thingy, the key. But yeah, that was pretty much it. There's also Wizzy making car sounds. Oh yeah. So out of nowhere, this was at the second dinner. Yeah, this was at the second dinner.
Oh yeah!
I believe.
Trudeem gifted Clee 0 to a subscription. Trudeem gifted 3 months of tier 1 to
Trudy,
JKLE 02.
being so generous.
They've gifted 321 months in the channel.
Trudy, I ate the entire licorice bag on the same day. It was really good. Once again, thank you for bringing it to me. It was very delicious. What was I saying? Yeah, the Wizzy story. So WIRTUAL at the second dinner, he mentioned that Wizzy is really good at making car sounds. Like, out of no, I don't even know how the story sparked, but WIRTUAL was like, yeah, Wizzy can replicate like turbo engines, Formula 1 cars and whatnot. And then when the dinner was done, he was actually making the car sounds like almost to the exact noise. So next time, if you have if there's a Wizzy stream, you should ask him to do different car sounds, because he's really good at it. Really good at it. Yeah. So that was another little thingy that we. Not even drunk. No, not even drunk. He's capable of just doing like the you know how the turbo sound goes? Like, he's like crazy good at it. It's really funny. So yeah, that also happened. What else happened at the event? I don't think anything else happened at the event.
Subscription. Trudy gifted 3 months of tier 1 to Ico.
Trudy, thank you so much for gifting more subs.
24 months in the channel.
Yeah, I don't know if there's more stories. I mean, overall, the event, I think the result. Did I get to explore DreamHack itself? No, not at all. I mean, I was just streaming the whole entire thing. I didn't leave. The only time I left my stream was to talk to Odie. You know, go to Carl before matches. And that's it. That is it. Glad you eventually came over to say hi. Yeah. It was really nice meeting you. Yolan, thank you for the sub. Did I meet Wesley Fizzers? No. If I knew that the UK... Okay, so if I knew that the Arnold Classic was also there, I probably would have gone by. But then again, I would have only been able to do that if I didn't stream. Yeah, if I didn't stream, I would have probably gone to the Arnold Classic. That would like it. It's definitely a, you know, not a dream, but I would love to see a bodybuilding show live. What else is there? Yeah, I was talking about the result. I think the most surprising player to reach the top 8 for me is Elcon. I don't think I was expecting Elcon to perform like he did. But he did amazing in his matches. And besides that, I think everyone that made it in the top 8, I think was not surprising to me. Maybe Gwen not making it is kind of a surprise, because he played very, very good. So that was maybe a surprise. But the rest, I think, yeah, Gwen and Binks were probably the ones that I wasn't expecting to play like that. 5 gifted subs on YouTube as well. Thank you so much, Trudy. But the level, man, guys, the level was pretty damn sick. Especially, I think the upper final was probably the best match of the tournament. If we exclude, was it Granadi who didn't play so good in that one? Or did he play not? I can't remember. There was one player that didn't play so good in the upper final. It was Epos who didn't play so good in the upper final. Yeah, I can't remember. There was one player who was a little bit behind in the upper final, but I think the overall level in that match was insane. Like, absolutely insane. And I spoke a little bit with Mudda after the whole match was over, and he said he was fading away a little bit, you know, getting a bit exhausted from playing so much, and his performance definitely dropped because of that. And also the fact that there was a 2-hour kind of break for the two players that reached the grand final before they played again, I think played, you know, somewhat of a role into the performance. And also, I will say that Carl would have probably won if he wasn't yoinked off his one extra lab on Greece. So, I gotta say that he only played 3 rounds on his map pick instead of 4. And I truly believe that if there was a 4th round on that, he would have gotten the 10 points and therefore would have been finalist a little bit earlier. But obviously we don't know. Maybe in an alternate universe, we might be able to, you know, find out the result. But yeah, there was a little bit of a scam right there. I'm kidding, of course. I'm just kidding. But yeah, there were some random ass disconnects. I don't know what happened there. Like, I believe Pack had a random disconnect. Mudda disconnected once. Maybe Granadi as well. I can't remember. There were like a few random disconnects that happened. And I mean, I don't know the reason. I'm sure Cam or whoever is trying to figure out what happened, but that is something to potentially fix later on. What else? I think covered pretty much everything. In the tournament. Yeah, I think that is it. Granadi's socks allegations. I don't know what this is. I didn't hear this story, so you guys have to enlighten me about the Granadi sock incident. Yeah, I have no clue. What happened with the Granadi sock incident? Did he have smelly feet? Because I'm pretty sure he plays without shoes. So it could be like it could be that maybe he had smelly feet and the person next to him, you know, had problems breathing. I don't know. Brent said the smell of Granadi's feet made him lose distracted. Yeah, I mean, to be honest, removing your shoes at a tournament like that is kind of crazy if you're sitting close to the person. I mean, we all know if you travel in an airplane and the person next to you takes off their shoes, you know you're not gonna have a good time. Like, am I wrong for that? Like, you know you're not gonna have a good time when that happens. Oh my god, Branded. That's crazy. I don't even know if it's legit or not. I don't think it's legit, but maybe there needs to be something about that. Yeah, maybe there needs to be something about that. I don't know. Newman, thank you for the resub. That is interesting. That is quite the interesting situation right there. Well, Cam, that might be another clause for the rulebook. Maybe there is a rule about attire, like you're not allowed to remove shoes and whatnot. Oh, dude, that is funny. Players must ensure that they are in team attire if applicable. Long trousers and closed shoes, i.e. shorts, flip-flops, and foam clogs. Croc clogs are not allowed. Ooh. Well. I think the EWC spot needs to be revoked from Granadi and needs to be given to someone else. Yep. I'm kidding. Masa. Ooh, Masa. Yeah, maybe Masa should ask about it. Anyway, are there any more funny things that I potentially missed from the event? Like I was so like secluded from everything else. I know there were some interviews on virtual stream, but I don't know if they were like interesting at all, or what even were the interviews about. Oh, is this the AT here? Huh! $5,000. Okay. Was there anyone you haven't met before? Yeah, Coop. Was it Coop? I never met Coop before. He was there. Or Coober. Yeah, Coober. NX. Yeah, I never met NX. There were a few a few people that I never met. Anyone you forgot to meet? I didn't say hi to every single player, but I've said hi to everyone in the past. But yeah, there was I mean, it's just a lot of players. Like the thing that I don't want to do is disturb players when they are like warming up or something, you know. I don't want to mess with their flow. So I just didn't decide to, you know, walk up to them and stuff. But I think I met pretty much everyone. I didn't talk with Coco, Gwen, Alpha Dream, Binks. Who else? There were maybe a few others. You know, it was a professional event where there weren't many goofy moments during it. Yeah. No, it really felt like a tier 1 event. Yeah, I met John C as well. I had a little bit of a chat with John C. I mean, just you know, some small interactions with a few people that were watching. Yeah, it's all been a good vibe. Not even awkward handshake. No, I think the only awkward handshake that happened was Wosao and Epos on stage. I think Satel posted a meme about it. Did I convince him to start charging Granadi money? I did. I'm pretty sure I did mention it. Send the Satel clip. Yeah, it's somewhere on his Twitter. But yeah, overall, one thing for the OG people that been watching Call of Duty on YouTube way back in the days, like 15 years ago. On the first evening when I was checking in the hotel, I saw that Doug Sensor Martin was in the same hotel as we were staying. And yeah, it was face sensor from way back in the days, which was pretty cool. I didn't go for like a picture or anything, but it was cool to see like a YouTuber that I watched really long time ago out in the open. Pretty cool. Is he still jacked? Yeah. He's still jacked, but I was expecting him to be bigger or taller. What is this? CC Baltics tweet? Am I in this? Jesus, what is this tweet, eh? Hold on. Breaking news. Pasiroshkite didliam graichiwe I rimtims I chuskiams. Chi Pavajri Baltics Gaming Expo 2026. I don't understand it, guys. Oh. Get ready for high speed and serious challenges. This spring, Baltics Gaming Expo 2026 and Comic-Con Baltics 2026, sponsored by Samsung, will shake things up with the biggest and most impressive Trackmania tournament in the festival's history. Forget the breaks, because this will be a true battle for fractions of a second. It's a full speed tournament. Why go full speed? Participants will compete for a solid €5,000 prize pool, and official Ubisoft support will ensure professional level competition on the Baltic esports stage. The tracks will also stand out, featuring a brand new 2026 map pack. 5 unique themes inspired by Lithuanian heritage will take you to different worlds, from snowy landscapes to dynamic tracks with hot air balloon motifs. Mark your calendars. May 3rd, Discovery event and Cup of the Day. Win a CCB-themed mystery box and a slot in the group stage. Yo, that's cool. For the Cup of the Day winner? May 22nd, 4th to 24th, live finals at the Baltics Gaming Expo 2026 and Comic-Con Baltics 2026, sponsored by Samsung Festival in Vilnius. Pause the music. Watching a video. Okay. Watching. Baltic Gaming Expo 5th anniversary edition. Special discovery event. Yo! That's me! Featured streamer. LAN side events. 5,000 euro prize pool. Holy banger. Trackmania tournament May 22nd to 24th in Vilnius. Wow. Now that's nice. Esports is here, baby. The year of esports. Let's repost that. Holy. May 3rd. Discovery event and the actual tournament on the 22nd and 24th of May. Wow. Holy. Esports is here.